Hey everyone, welcome back to another session of AWS. In this demo, we'll walk through how to enable internet access for an EC2 instance that is running inside a private subnet using a NAT gateway. This setup is best practice in AWS for allowing instance to access the internet securely. For example, to install updates, access API, or upload data to S3 without making them publicly accessible. So the main objective is to allow private EC2 instance with no public IP to access the internet securely using a NAT gateway. So before that, let's understand the architecture overview. So here in the diagram, you can see we have VPC. So this is a logical container network, and after that we have a public subnet. So it will host NAT gateway. So we'll create a demo public subnet. After that, you can see private subnet. So it will host EC2 instance without direct internet access. And then after we have NAT gateway. So it will enable private subnet to access internet securely. And we'll use elastic IP so that a static IP address for NAT gateways. And after that, we'll create EC2 instance. So like we'll use Ubuntu for running in a private subnet. So let's begin the implementation. So log into the AWS account and we'll first create a VPC. So in the search bar, search for VPC and click on create VPC. VPC only and give the name. I will give name demo net VPC and the CIDR block you can take 10.0.0/16 and we'll keep the rest of the thing default. So let me check once and we'll click on click on create VPC. So our VPC gets created. So this is a isolated network space that houses all subnet and resources we created, like we'll create. And the next step will create the subnets. So go to the subnets, like we'll create two subnets, public subnet and private subnet. First we'll create the public subnet. Click on create subnet, select the VPC which we have created now and give the subnet name demo public subnet and ability zone will take US East 1 and the CIDR block IPv for subnet CIDR block 10 will give 10.10.1.0/24. Let me check once demo public subnet United States US East 1 CIDR block which we have created and click on create subnet. So the public subnet gets created. Next step is to create private subnet. So click again the create subnet. Use that the VPC which we have created. Now give the name demo private subnet. Private subnet. Next, give the ability zone. Yes, I will say give assist one. Now we'll give the CIDR block. IP for subnet here. 10.10.2 /24. So next we will click on create subnet. So our public and private subnets gets created. Now the public subnet will host the gateway as I explained in earlier, and the private subnet will contain our EC2 with no direct internet. So our next step is to create a internet gateway. So go to the internet gateway and click on create internet gateway and give the name demo IGW internet gateway and click on create internet gateway. Now we'll attach to this VPC. So select the VPC which we have. Now click on attach internet gateway. So it gets attached. So this enable the public subnet to connect to the internet. Now the next step will create the route table. So go to the route tables, click on uh, create route table, give the name demo public RT, and the VPC will select the which we have created demo NAT VPC and click create route table. Now we'll associate the subnet. Go to the subnet association and we'll select the edit subnet, and here we'll select the demo public subnet and click on save association. Next step we'll edit the route table. Go to the route, edit route tables, and here we'll select the destination 00 from any IP address, and target we'll select the internet gateway which we have created, demo IGW, and save our change. So basically this step ensure that anything in the public subnet can route to the internet. Next step will create the NAT gateway. So before that we'll create the elastic IP. So go to the EC2 dashboard. Next step we'll scroll down. Here you can see in network and security elastic IPs. Select this. Select allocate elastic IP address, and we'll give name after allocate, and here we'll provide the name demo net EIP. Save. So our elastic IP gets created. Next step is to create the NAT gateway. So go to the again VPC console. Now we'll scroll down and see for NAT gateway. Your subnet. manage see here we have net gateways and click on create net gateways. Give the name demo dash net dash GW and this subnet will select demo public subnet which we have created and we'll select the last week IP which we have created demo net EIP. This one will select and click on create net gateways. So net gateway lets instance in the private subnet initiate outbound connection while remaining undisable from the internet. Now the next step is to create route table for private subnet. So go to the route table and we see demo public. This one, this route table will select the private and if you go subnet association you can see the demo private subnet. So here we'll edit the route table. Go to the routes and here we'll click on edit routes and after that we'll add route, give the destination 00 and target. We'll select NAT gateways and this one demo NAT gateway which we have created. Now click on save changes. So this step will send all internet bound traffic from private subnet to the NAT gateways. So the next step is to create the EC2 instance in private subnet. So we'll go to the EC2, click on instance. Now we'll click on launch instance. Give the name demo private EC2 and the AMI we select Ubuntu and here in network setting instance type 52 micro. Key pair will create for SSH NAT key. In network setting we'll click on edit and after that we'll select the VPC which we have created demo net VPC and the subnet demo private subnet and keep the auto assign public IP disabled and allow SSH for doing SSH or if you're using SSM or now. So here we'll create the IAM role for attach Amazon SSM management instance role if you're using SSM because we don't have public IP. So first we'll launch the instance. So this step is not necessary. So I will show you how we can do. So this instance will not have public IP, hence will rely on NAT gateway for outbound internet. So we'll wait for some time. So instance gets created. Now you can see we don't have public IPv4 address. So next step, we'll create and attach IAM role for SSM. So search for. So this step is optional till now. We'll create first IAM roles. So for testing purpose, I'm doing because we don't have public IP for doing SSH. Go to the roles and click on create role. Here we'll select the service EC2. Click on next and we'll search for the policy Amazon SSM manage. This last one is manage instance port. This policy will select, click next, give the role name, like I will give EC2 SSM role, EC2. Now we'll create this role. So this role gets created. Now we'll go to our instance EC2 and instance. So now we select this instance and click on action. And if you go to the security, click on security, modify IAM role. Now we'll select the IAM role which we have created. EC2 is SM role, this one. Now we'll update the IAM role. So this will take 1 or 2 minutes. So this role allow your EC2 instance to talk to AWS System Manager. So our next step will search for System Manager. And here if we scroll, go to the left side and search for Session Manager. Now if we go to click on Start Session. So it's not get updated. We will wait for some time. First we'll give the instance ID. We go to the EC2. Go to the instance. Now we'll copy this instance ID, copy this session manager and paste it here. If we click start session, there is no instance. We have to wait. Action, security, modify IMO, updated here, update again. We'll go to refresh it. So if it will take time, I will stop the video and I will make another session how you can connect. So this whole step you can follow. It is taking time.